Hey everyone, how you doing? IntoWeapons back again with you. At the range today, got the VMAC45 101, which is the nickel-plated version. 45 ACP. Bought some of the steel case Tula ammo, 230 grain full metal jacket, non-corrosive. We got a target set up at 15 yards. We'll go ahead and play around a little bit with this. I got about 100 rounds, so we'll see what we can do. Have a little bit of fun. Alright guys, we got the first 5 rounds. Okay. Alright guys, let's do 10 rounds. Look at the accuracy of it. I know where the field of view is, so go ahead and see if we can put some in the target. Go ahead and bring it back and see what we got. Get her close up for you guys. Actually, it looks pretty good. Got a couple stragglers up here, but most everything is right in that bullseye area. 15 yards. It's not too bad. This gun's pretty heavy. I'm actually very surprised there is little to no trigger slap at all with this gun. It's actually very comfortable. Just in case I had brought along one of these little pieces of plastic that come on your AK-47 charging handles, I figured maybe that could buffer it a little bit, but I don't think it even needs it. But it is a pretty heavy gun, so holding it out there for 10 rounds and trying to get an accurate grouping is a little bit more tedious than just a regular pistol. But overall, not too bad, guys. Maybe we'll do a little bit more with some rapid fire. Alright guys, we got it loaded up. We'll do a little bit of rapid fire. This is going to be an expensive round of firing. We got 30 rounds in here, 45 ACP at about 43 cents a piece. So we'll go ahead and a little bit of fun, but certainly expensive to do it. We had a failure. Looks like failure to eject. Another failure to eject. Really caught up in there. There we go. Failure to eject. I think that's everything. Okay, we're clear. So we had a few failures, but for a gun like this, that's not unexpected. I'm sweating in here, guys, so we're going to do 15 rounds, last 15 rounds, rapid fire again. Alright guys, just got back from the range and thought I would do a quick after range report with you on some of my reviews and feelings of the gun. I guess we'll start with the magazine, 30 round M3 grease magazine. This was actually very easy to load. I think the package was supposed to come with a fast loader, but it did not. But it was easy enough for me to hand load up to 29 rounds. I wasn't able to get the 30 round or the 30th round in there for some reason. It probably was just the way it was stacking, or maybe I'm just not strong enough to get it in there. Who knows? So, but either way, I was able to get 29 rounds in there pretty easily by hand. I went through 100 rounds and it wasn't very much work at all. So, not too bad. Moving on to the gun here, it is a very heavy gun, so it was kind of difficult to hold out there. You know, doing 15, 20, 25 rounds, even 30 rounds was kind of difficult towards the end, just to kind of keep it up and keep your field of vision on it. But the weight really helped with the recoil, so that was kind of a plus in that respect. The trigger slap was very non-existent on this gun, very minimal if anything. After 100 rounds without having any kind of you know, buffer on this or any kind of padding on the trigger, my finger feels absolutely fine. And the previous experience I've had with MAC-10 Uzi style weapons like this is the trigger slap just really kills your finger after even 10-15 rounds. So I was actually pleasantly surprised with the trigger on this. It is a very hard trigger pull, so you know, I think you probably can see me flinch a couple times as I'm trying to pull the trigger and it doesn't actually fire because of malfunctions, but the flinch is actually just trying to get that trigger to pull. It is a very difficult, hard pull. I would say it's probably close to 11-12 pounds. I don't know exactly, but that was just kind of my feel on it. So it is a very difficult trigger, but without having that trigger slap, it's not that bad. The accuracy was pretty decent on the gun out to 15 yards. I was able to put them in a, you know, a 2 or 3 inch group, stack a couple rounds right on top of each other. So the accuracy is pretty decent. The only problem I had with it was actually the sights on this gun are very primitive. Obviously, you have just the 2 holes in the back here and then the front post here. Because the front post is nickel plated, I was having a hard time picking up the front post through the peep sights back here on the white target that I had. It just wasn't showing up very easily, so reacquiring my sights was a little bit difficult, which made rapid fire almost impossible with a good grouping. But follow-up shots were a little bit more difficult than, you know, a standard 45 1911 or any other type of 45 handgun. The follow-up shots just are not as easy to do with this particular weapon due to the actual sights on it. I did fire 100 rounds through it pretty rapidly. I think I was there for about 45 minutes and just cranked through all the rounds. I was sweating pretty profusely. Our range is, because of the ventilation, isn't very well AC'd, so it's almost as hot as it is in there as it is outside, which is close to about 92 degrees today. So I tried to crank through the rounds as fast as possible, and the gun didn't heat up very much at all. You know, being that it's an all-steel receiver and barrel and everything's kind of tied in together, I was expecting it to heat up quite significantly, but even to the touch right after shooting that 100 rounds, I was able to pretty much grab everything. I didn't attempt to grab the barrel, obviously. I wasn't that stupid, but I assume it's you know, not that bad. It's actually yeah, it's a little warm to the touch right now, and it's been about 15 minutes, so it's not bad at all. Overall, the top charging handle works pretty well. I didn't have any complaints with that. And overall, the gun was pretty fun. It's more of a novelty piece. A guy at the range was laughing that I should do a concealed carry, and I told him, you know, it's a little bit too pretty to conceal. I might do an open carry, but even that, guys, that's obviously not a respectable thing to do with this gun. It's, you know, just it's a novelty gun more or less. So I hope you enjoyed the range video, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, until next time, take her easy.